You probably already know the basic rules of money. Spend less than you earn. Save. Avoid unnecessary debt. Invest for the future. But knowing the rules isn't the real problem. The problem is following them when stress, temptation, convenience, and real life show up. So in this video, I'll show you how to build financial discipline that actually lasts, not by depending on more motivation or stronger willpower, but by creating simple systems that make better money decisions easier. And before we're done, I'll give you a 7-day challenge. You can start immediately to put those systems into practice. Motivation is easy when the month begins. You get paid. You feel hopeful. You tell yourself, this month will be different. You plan to save more, spend less, stop relying on the credit card, and finally stay consistent. Then life happens. Stress shows up. An unexpected bill arrives. Food delivery feels convenient. A sale creates urgency. Someone invites you out. And suddenly, the plan you made on payday begins disappearing. Not because you have no goals, but because your environment was stronger than your system. That is the first thing to understand about financial discipline. It is not punishment. It is not refusing to enjoy your money. And it is not financial perfection. Real discipline is consistency with recovery. Disciplined people still overspend sometimes. They still make mistakes. The difference is that they notice faster, correct faster, and return to the plan faster. One poor money decision rarely destroys a financial future, but the same decision repeated without correction can slowly become a lifestyle. That is where wealth gets delayed. Financial discipline is therefore not about saying no to life. It is about giving your future a voice before every emotion in the present gets to spend the money. And this becomes even harder when there is almost no financial margin for mistakes. The Federal Reserve reported that in 2025, only 63% of adults could cover a $400 emergency expense using cash or its equivalent, while 55% had 3 months of emergency savings. And according to the latest BEA data, the U.S. personal saving rate was just 2.7% in June 2026. So income alone does not guarantee security. But discipline alone cannot manufacture money that simply is not there either. Low wages, high housing costs, medical expenses, childcare, unstable income, and family obligations are real. The point is not to tell someone facing those pressures to just be more disciplined. The better lesson is this: discipline works alongside income growth, realistic planning, and systems that fit your actual life. If income is too low, developing a valuable skill or finding better paid work may be part of the discipline. If debt is consuming your cash flow, repayment may be part of the discipline. If spending becomes emotional, understanding the trigger may be part of the discipline. But when more income does arrive, your habits determine what happens next. A raise can become progress, or it can create a more expensive version of the same financial pressure. That is lifestyle inflation. Income rises, and suddenly the car improves, the apartment gets bigger, subscriptions multiply, dining out increases, and convenience becomes more expensive. There is nothing automatically wrong with enjoying a higher income. The problem begins when every additional dollar is consumed before it has the opportunity to strengthen your future. The income changed. The habits did not. And old habits with more money simply have more room to grow. That is why discipline begins before the purchase. The critical moment is often not when you press buy. It is when desire first starts turning into justification. Ask yourself 3 questions. Do I actually need this? Did I plan for it? And what financial goal does buying it delay? Those questions create space. An impulse does not like space. That is why something as simple as a 24-hour rule can help. When you want something you did not plan to buy, wait 1 day. You're not telling yourself you can never have it. You are giving the emotion time to cool so you can make the decision with more clarity. A surprising number of purchases lose their urgency when you stop treating urgency as truth. But here's the deeper lesson. The smartest form of discipline is not becoming stronger at resisting temptation every day. It is needing to resist temptation less often. That is where systems become powerful. Automatic savings transfers, automatic retirement contributions, a separate emergency fund, scheduled bills, spending limits in categories where you struggle, removing shopping apps that repeatedly trigger impulse purchases. These are not signs that you lack discipline. They are discipline. Because willpower is unreliable. It gets tired, it gets weaker under stress, boredom, fatigue, and emotion. So instead of demanding the perfect decision from yourself every time, design your financial life so the better decision becomes easier. When savings moves automatically on payday, there's nothing to renegotiate every month. When bills are scheduled, preventable late fees become less likely. And when investing is automatic, you do not have to wait until you feel motivated. The structure protects you from predictable weakness. And everyone has predictable weakness. Maybe yours is late-night shopping. Maybe it is food delivery. Maybe it is saying yes to every social plan. Maybe it is reaching for a credit card whenever emotions become uncomfortable. Discipline starts when you stop pretending. Temptation will disappear and start building guardrails around the places where it usually finds you. A guardrail is not a prison. It keeps you from driving off the road. The next step is seeing where your money is actually going, because small leaks can quietly damage large goals. People naturally notice rent, mortgages, car payments, utilities, and insurance, but smaller expenses can disappear beneath your awareness. Forgotten subscriptions, delivery fees, impulse purchases, unused memberships, late fees, and credit card interest. The danger is not one coffee, one dinner, or one subscription. The danger is an invisible pattern that repeats every week without being reviewed. You cannot fill a wealth bucket while unnoticed leaks keep draining it. That is why tracking matters. Not forever in an obsessive way, just long enough to replace assumptions with evidence. Track your spending for 7 days. Then, if necessary, continue for 30. Look at your bank statements, cards, receipts, and payment apps instead of relying on memory. The goal is not shame, it is accuracy. Because money you cannot clearly see is difficult to intentionally manage, and this is where another problem often appears. People finally look at the numbers and feel embarrassed. I should have known better. I wasted too much. I failed again. But shame is terrible financial feedback. It makes people avoid their accounts, ignore statements, and delay decisions. A better response is curiosity. A bad week, an emotional purchase, or a failed budget is information. Ask what it revealed. Did stress trigger the spending? Did convenience win because there was no plan? Was the budget so restrictive that you could not realistically maintain it? Or were you trying to change everything at once? That last question matters. Many people try to rebuild their entire financial life in 1 week. They want to budget perfectly, eliminate eating out, save aggressively, attack every debt, cancel everything, invest more, and never make another mistake. It sounds disciplined, but if you cannot repeat it, it is not a sustainable system. A simple plan followed for years is more powerful than an extreme plan abandoned after 2 weeks. Start with one behavior. Maybe you automate a $20 savings transfer each payday. That amount may feel too small to matter. But the first benefit is not the $20, it is the evidence. It proves that money can remain after you get paid. And evidence builds confidence. People do not only need financial information, they need proof that their behavior can change their outcome. That is how discipline gradually becomes identity. Instead of repeatedly saying, "I am bad with money," you begin collecting evidence that you are someone who keeps financial promises to your future. Financial discipline is not a personality trait that some people are simply born with. It is a trainable pattern of repeated choices, and that pattern connects directly to long-term wealth. Think about the chain. Discipline creates surplus. That surplus gives you room to save. Savings create protection, and that protection makes consistent investing easier. Investing can build assets, and assets can gradually create wealth and greater financial freedom. Every step depends on the behavior continuing long enough to work. A budget without follow-through is only a document. An investment plan without consistency is only an idea. A debt payoff strategy without changed behavior is only hope. Discipline turns plans into actions, and repeated actions shape financial outcomes. So let's make this practical. For the next 7 days, try 4 things. First, track every dollar you spend, not to judge yourself, just to identify the pattern. Second, automate one small transfer into savings, even if it is only $10 or $20. Third, use the 24-hour rule on one unplanned purchase. And fourth, look at one financial goal every morning. Keep the future visible before the day's temptations begin competing for your attention. That is it. 7 days. You are not trying to create a perfect financial life. You are proving that better decisions can be repeated, because financial discipline grows through repeated resistance. Every time you pause before an unnecessary purchase, you strengthen it. Every time you return to the plan after a mistake instead of quitting, you strengthen it. And eventually, something changes. Money stops feeling like something that simply happens to you. You begin directing it. That is the real purpose of financial discipline. It was never about punishment. It was about creating enough control that your money can support what actually matters: protection, investing, ownership, and more choices for your future. So do not ask yourself, can I become perfect with money? Ask a better question. What system would help me make better financial decisions more often? Because wealth is not built by what you know once. It is built by what you repeat. Financial knowledge can show you the road. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. So which one of the 4 7-day habits are you starting first? Share it in the comments. And subscribe to Financial Awaken with Aaron for practical financial education that helps turn money knowledge into long-term wealth-building behavior.